Hi, Bodega Sisters. Happy Thursday. So that's my signature. So lately I've been reflecting a lot on cultural diversity. Hear the noise. I'm immersing you all. Cultural diversity, on adapting. I've been thinking on expansion and how deeply living in different places can shape who we become. I'm currently in Santo Domingo, and I'm intentionally leaving these windows open so I can immerse you in the environment I'm currently in right now. I'm currently visiting my parents, and being here again has brought back so many memories. I lived here from the age of 11 to 15 years old. I lived here in the Dominican Republic in Santo Domingo, my siblings and I. And I did part of junior high school and high school here. And at the time, it was a very challenging transition for me, because even though my parents are Dominican and I grew up connected to my culture, living here full-time was completely different. I had to adapt to a whole new environment, study in Spanish, read and write academically in Spanish, and immerse myself into a completely different system during my developmental years. It's hot in here. Woo, I wish you guys could feel the heat. And then when I moved back to New York City at 15, I had to adapt all over again. And for years, I held resentment towards my mom about that move, because I felt like it affected my academics, especially my math development, which I naturally was really good and strong in. And for a long time, I only looked at that chapter from the perspective of what I had lost. But now that I'm wiser and I'm older, and as an adult, I see it completely different. Living here really expanded me in ways I could have never understand. Listen. I could have never understood at that age. It shaped my character. Living here shaped my character, my sense of humor, my adaptability, my ways, my like the easiness of adapting, my intellect, my cultural awareness, my ear for music and diversity, my emotional sensibility, and even my critical thinking. It really made me broader as a human being, as a woman. And I truly believe that immersing yourself in different environments, different cultures, different ways of living expands our minds. It teaches us flexibility. It makes us more grounded. It teaches us perspective. It teaches us empathy. And honestly, I have noticed it even more now as an adult. You know, when I travel for work, whether it's to Brazil, Argentina, or Europe, I've always had this ability to culturally adapt very naturally and connect with the food, the language, the environment, the music, and the sense of humor. And again, I truly believe that expansion came from living here in Santo Domingo during such important years of my life. Because experiences like that, they shape us forever. They really do. And another thing this trip has highlighted and really brought up and has reminded me, and I have seen it, I have experienced it, because I've reconnected with friends, is friendship, real friendship. Because the friends I made here during these years, the years I lived in Santo Domingo, I lived here, are still some of the most special people in my life. And what's beautiful is that sometimes years can pass, life happens, people get busy, everyone evolves. But when you connect with certain people, and you do coro with certain people, it's like no time passed at all. The chemistry is still there. The connection is still there. The alignment is still there. And those kinds of friendships are rare. They're priceless. And this trip has really reminded me how grateful I am for those people, for those friendships. Because throughout life, we meet so many people, but only a few truly become part of our soul journey. And I think the biggest lesson in all of this for me that I'm sharing as I leave the background and the environment so you guys feel part of this with me, is that sometimes the experiences we resist the most become the experiences that expands us the most. So travel if you can. Learn new cultures. Stay curious. Immerse yourself in new environments. Because the more we expand our horizons, the more we expand ourselves. And expansion is a beautiful thing. Expansion, it's priceless. It's enlightenment. With cariño. Mwah. Bodega Sisters. Happy Thursday.